Welcome back everybody. Today we are discussing using the NCEES approved Casio calculator. Part 2. Let us begin. Next, 8 different sized metal alloy are chosen to be tested, knowing that there is 4 identical testing machines and each machine can test only one alloy. How many different combination of alloys being tested are possible? Okay, so we have 8 different sized alloys and we have 4 identical testing machines, and we need to check the different combinations that we can do. Now, since they are identical, that means if we are testing alloy, for example, A1 on machine 1 or 2 or 3, it doesn't matter, okay? So it's not sensitive for the order, okay? And that leads us to the principle of combination. So we are doing the combination for 8 different objects, and we are taking 4 at a time. So it's the combination of 8 objects and we are taking 4 at a time. Now, instead of doing this formula, okay, you can simply use your calculator for that, and you can see the annotation for the permutation and combination in here. And simply it's first you put the number of objects, so we have 8 objects, then shift the combination, then R you are taking 4 at a time, equal to, that mean there is 70 different ways for combining these alloys. Now, what if these machines are different in function and the order is sensitive? In this case, we are going to permutation, and if you want to check the possibilities that we have in case we are doing the permutation, it's the same. So we have 8 different objects and we are putting the permutation notation and we are taking 4 at a time, and the answer is 1680 in case machines are different in function. Next one, a test scores are normally distributed with mu 24.1 and sigma 4.3. What is the probability that a student scores greater than 31? So in case we have a normal distribution with mu and sigma, we can use the table for the unit normal distribution, but we need to standardize the value x, and you can check that on page 67. So z equal to x minus mu divided by sigma. So we have 31 minus 24.1 divided by 4.3, and that equal to 1.6. okay. You know how the normal distribution look like. So we are being asked the probability that a student scores greater than 31. So our mu here is 24.1. This is our 31, and this is the probability required, and that is matches the standard normal distribution with mu equal to 0, and our z value it's 1.6, and we are looking for that value. Now, if we don't want to go to the z table, it's there already in your calculator. So you go to your statistics, number 3, you press number 1, then after that AC, then you go to shift, stat, then you go to distribution, number 5. Now there is P, Q, and R. So this is P, this is a Q, and this is R. So we are interested now for R, and the T or the Z value for us, it was 1.6. So you press number 3 for R, you put 1.6, close the parenthesis, it equals to 0.0548, which is D. For the next one, linear regression is used to plot a straight line through the following points. What is the line slope? So either you go to the linear regression part on page 69, where you are using the least square method, or it's a long process, okay, but you can do that using your calculator. So basically you go to mode, number 3. Now you choose A plus BX. This is for linear regression. So x is 1, the other x is 2, the third x is 6. You go to the other side, the first y is 1, the second y is 3, and the third y is 2. So you make sure that your points are correct. So you have 1, 2, 6, and 1, 3, and 2. You press AC, shift, stat. Then you go to number 5, regression. And for us, the A is the y-intercept. The B is your slope, so we need the slope. So you press number 2, equal to 0.07, which is A. Most nearly, what is the sample coefficient of variation of the following data set? If you go to page 63, this is the sample coefficient of variation, which is the sample standard deviation divided by the points mean. So instead of using this formula and creating a table and doing all that work, which will consume your time, you can do it via calculator. So we go to mode setup, then we go to statistics, which is number 3. Then we choose 1 dash variance, so this is 1, and the points is 2, 4, 7, and 7. Then you press AC, shift, stat, then you choose number 4. So this is how many item you have, which is 4. This is your X bar. This is the standard deviation for your population, and this is the sample standard deviation. For us, it's the sample standard deviation divided by X bar. So we need 4. This is 2.45. And for X bar, we go back, shift, stat, then we go to number 4 and number 2, your X bar. And our X bar is 5. So our CV equal to 2.45 divided by 5. And the answer is 0.49, and that is C.